So why would a 57-year-old guy start a YouTube channel? To be honest with you, it wasn't to become a YouTuber. That was not the intent of why I started this. I really started it to have an accountability for a 110-day countdown to my daughter's wedding, which is 13 days from today. But really the reason I did it was just that. I needed to lose weight. I was home, I was watching YouTube, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not getting anywhere sitting here. I need to do something. And at the time I made the decision, I was watching my buddy CeeLo, I believe doing a college basketball game, and I'm like, you know what? It's time to get up and start doing something. I'm gonna use YouTube to do this, and I made a decision then. I'm using it for an accountability tool. I got 110, well at the time I had 112 days to my daughter's wedding, and I'm like, you know what, I've got to do something, and I'm gonna make this work. So I started looking for other things that got me moving, and I knew I was heading to my daughter's softball season. And then I was finding things like the largest Campbell soup can. I'm like, that's kind of cool, let's go check that out, you know. And I was walking a lot daily. And that really was what I mean, everything behind the scenes was still happening, eating correctly. And then I did have a cheat day here and there. You know, I did go to a hot dog stand, Tony Pacco's out in Toledo, Ohio, which, by the way, I've had videos that have hit, and I've had some videos that haven't hit. I would say most are not hits, but that Tony Pacco's took off. I think it's like 40,000 views on that thing. And I laugh about YouTube. You know, the thing that cracks me up is you get all these views and some likes, some comments, some conversation. I love the comments and conversation. It's fun. I answer every comment. But you look at all these views and you're like, where are all the subscribers that go with those views and likes? And that's the funny part about YouTube. You know, that is free, and it just it makes me laugh a little bit. That, you know, that's free. It doesn't cost anybody anything, but people aren't putting those free subscriptions and free likes out there. But I asked for him last night. I'm gonna keep asking for him. I'd like to get the channel to grow to 500,000 subscribers. See how far I can take it. But anyhow, the long and short of it is, yeah, at 57 years old, there's more to it. You know, I'm kind of turning into a YouTuber. I wouldn't say I'm quite there yet. But what I can tell you about it is it's slowed me down a little bit. So if I'm in an area where there's something cool going on, or I can find something interesting, like we went to another restaurant out in Toledo called Mancy's. It's a steakhouse. It's a 100+ year old steakhouse, which was phenomenal. I actually made some film there. It was dark inside. It has a very Haunted Mansions vibe to it. Maybe I'll put some of that imagery up in a short or something, or just throw it up there so you see what I'm talking about. And I had a fella who's a part of our channel, Cole, told me about Tony Pacco's. I apologize. I think that's funny too. So I said Tony Pacco's, like we talk out in New England area, Pac, you know, weird things like that. It kind of messes with your accent and you say things a little differently. I thought it was kind of fun. I had fun with it. People were just correcting me, like the way that I was mispronouncing the name, which was cool. It gave me something to talk about. And obviously I've still kind of screwed up when I'm talking about, but it's Pacco's. I heard that right after I got the film done. I'm like, oh, let me find a clip of Jamie Farr saying that. So I'd already filmed the entire restaurant and ate my hot dog. And then I found Jamie Farr and he's saying Pacco's. I'm like, I got to put it up there, even though I know through this whole video I'm saying it wrong. So that's kind of fun about YouTube too, you know. Those types of conversations are fun. We found out about Buddy's pizza shop up in Detroit. We didn't have a whole lot of time. First time in Detroit, so we weren't really sure where we were going. A beautiful city. I'd love to spend more time there. So that's the fun part. Like, it slowed me down. It got me looking for things to do, get me moving, get things, you know, my wife and I could do together. And that to me is going to be the fun part about this going into retirement. I have retired. I retired from a job, but I couldn't find my replacement. I've been back for the last several years. Looks like I'll probably be going back again next year. As in New York State, teachers can go back to work on a waiver, meaning that we can still collect our retirement check and a paycheck. There's only one more year on the waiver, and I'm going to take advantage of it. And I'm young enough, I got a lot of gas in the tank. So the other thing I'll tell you about doing YouTube, and I'm learning, like, you know, now I'm learning. I should have been asking for the likes and the subscribes and comments and all that stuff the whole way through. And I kind of known it, but I've been doing a little more research. How do people grow the channel? And I was watching a retired guy talk about how he got monetized inside of, I think he said 2 weeks. And he felt guilty about asking for the likes and subscribes. It felt a little bit just off-putting. And I've never even thought about it, to be honest with you. A little bit here and there, but I never thought about it that way, like it's off-putting. Obviously you're here, you're doing something, it'd be fun to grow the channels. But the other thing that I'm learning outside of the workings of YouTube is I've learned how to use this little Pocket 3. I bought another thing called a Extra Auto. It's a little tiny box, has a little screen that pops off of it. It hangs on a magnet on your chest. You can put it on a refrigerator. You can stick it to pretty much everywhere. I haven't really learned how to use that. I was doing it initially with the 2-camera system when I was grilling. I want to learn how to use that a little bit more. The editing's really cool. So I learned how to use CapCut a little bit. I've learned how to do AI. I wasn't into AI, didn't know much about it. I always heard about ChatGPT, so this is my first year ever using ChatGPT, trying to manipulate AI, but it's really wild how specific you have to be with what you're asking for to make it work. So I've enjoyed that component. But yeah, so there's a whole lot that I've learned, and there's more to learn. I haven't really scripted much. There's one, if you go looking for it, you'll find the one that I scripted, it was bad. You know, so there is a lot of learning to do. Like, do I have to script stuff? Maybe. Like, I might do something like that at some point in time, but that's why I'm gonna try to go down to one or two vlogs a week. Find something that's interesting to me, possibly interesting to you as well. I'm walking around this park here for a second. We have a war memorial here. In fact, the fellow who lives down the road from me, he owns a farm actually. And he's kind of the brainchild behind this. And it's kind of like a Vietnam War memorial type wall with the all black. And basically what they've done is they've gone through and just kind of etched in stone the folks who've served honorably. But the story behind this is, and why I decided to come over here today, is I helped put up the flagpoles. So these things were not, they're aluminum, and they were nowhere near as easy as I think they would be to put up. So I was buzzing around to the front side, it'd be a lot easier to see it. Well, those flagpoles, I thought would be easy to put up. They're aluminum, and boy, were they tough. They were not as easy as you would think. Anyhow, why did a 57-year-old get involved with YouTube? Really, it was an accountability channel. And in doing that and learning all the stuff I've been learning, and I have a lot more to learn, I decided, hey, you know what, why not go out and do a little bit of this, keep yourself active. I do know that I will, in fact, more than likely, I will, let me turn this around, I will probably, more than likely, have a hot dog series. And I do like a hot dog, don't get me wrong, but I am moving a lot. I'm doing the rucking, and I figured, you know what, maybe I can get a hot dog in here and there. I don't know if I'll do a one-a-week series. I haven't really figured that one out yet. And we have a bunch of other things around here locally and out through Route 20, which I intend on doing this summer. I don't know where I'm gonna start that. I was originally gonna start on the Massachusetts border, but I found something out on the Pennsylvania-New York border that I think is very interesting, at least to me. Changing the channel up a little bit, not gonna get away from my health journey. I'm just not gonna make the channel about my health journey moving forward. So it's just gonna be, you know, I'll tell you where I'm at, and you'll be able to see where I'm at. If you go back to the very first video I have, I look at it once in a while. I was at wasn't Planet Fitness, I think it might have been Hotworks. And my head is just massive. And you know, so it's kind of cool to see where things have come. It's better to see it on the scale. Yeah, so I hope that you're willing to stick it through with me as I start to transition over. I think the content will be a little bit more organized, obviously, because I have more time for it. Going to softball games, the wedding will be over, so there's a whole lot of things that free up time-wise to me. And then I'll have a lot more time really to kind of devote to doing a little bit better with the content here. So anyhow, I do appreciate you all being here. If it's first time here, give me a like and subscribe. It is free. So why did a 57-year-old start YouTube? Well, it was for accountability. Now it's so I can have a little bit of fun in retirement and keep on learning as I get older. Keep the brain active, and that's really more important, I think, than anything else at this point in time, and it gets me out, it keeps me moving. All right, have a great day. I appreciate you being here. Get out and move, do good things. We'll see you in the next one.